a major breakthrough on the planet Rahu in astrology. Yes, guys, I have churned the ocean of astrology and I have come out with a major breakthrough on the planet Rahu in astrology. This video is about to reveal to you why your Rahu is not able to fulfill your desire, why your Rahu is not able to achieve the goal which it is supposed to achieve in your horoscope, even though Rahu is meeting all the conditions which I have mentioned previously in my other videos. I will give a small gist of the conditions. Rahu being in the first house, the fourth house, the seventh house, or the 10th house, or Rahu being in the 11th house, Rahu being exalted in Gemini or Taurus, and the Lord of the Rahu being in own sign or in exaltation or in the 11th house of gain and being well placed in friendly sign. So Rahu is equal to the Lord of the Rahu. The stronger the Lord of the Rahu is, the stronger Rahu becomes and the more better it is and well equipped it is to achieve its desires. But there is a secret which many have overlooked, and I have churned the ocean of astrology and I have found out that missing link, that secret missing element which people have not observed, and because of which, even though there is a lot of promise in your horoscope, even though Rahu is well placed, the Lord of the Rahu is exalted and etc, 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 all the exaggeration, but yet your Rahu is not achieving and fulfilling its goal. Now you will be thinking that I am about to tell you that okay, maybe he will say that Rahu's maturity age is at the age of 42, so maybe after 42 your Rahu will start achieving blah blah blah, but that's not the case. I am different, guys. What I say is different because, hey guys, what's up? I hope you guys are doing great and I welcome you back to Purab's Astrology. Let's get started, guys, and let's get into the surgery of this horoscope and find out the missing link why Rahu is not achieving what it is meant to achieve in your chart. But before I get into the details and before I explain the facts, I want you to first subscribe to Purab's Astrology, hit the bell icon so that you get all my notifications, and once you hit the bell icon, don't ever try to hit it again. Once you have subscribed, don't ever try to unsubscribe my videos, unsubscribe my channel. So let's do the honors and explain why this Rahu is not achieving its purpose. What is the missing link? Let's dive in. So now in this sample horoscope, right, I will give you a quick gist. Rahu is in the third house in Gemini, so Rahu is exalted, and the Lord of Rahu, Mercury, is also placed along with Rahu. Wow, beautiful combination. Rahu is in the 11th house in the sign of Aquarius, Kumbha Rashi, Aquarius, and the Lord of the Rahu is exalted. Wow, classic case. So anybody who looks into this horoscope will tell that, oh my God, you have such a powerful Rahu, and whatever you desire, whatever your Rahu desires, you will fulfill it. You will get what you want, pertaining to the case of Rahu, right? And as a sample case, I have also considered Mercury being exalted. So Rahu in Gemini, Mercury well placed in the third house in its own sign, or Mercury exalted in the 6th house, right? This is also its own sign only, Mool Trikon, right? Now Rahu is still not able to achieve its target. Rahu is still not able to achieve its goal. Why is this happening? Here is the point. Here is the secret. But before telling the secret, let me extend the suspense a bit further and let me tell you that Rahu is the co-lord of Aquarius sign, right? It is the co-lord of Aquarius sign. So wherever Rahu sits, there is a materialistic desire. You want to earn name, fame, money, recognition and stardom from that particular aspect of your life where Rahu is placed. So if Rahu is in the first house, then you will try to achieve name, fame through personality development, bodybuilding and things like that. If Rahu is in the 6th house, then maybe you will be a martial artist, MMA, fighting and things like that. Or you will be a famous lawyer and through that you will try to achieve a lot of name, fame and wealth, right? So remember this fundamental policy of Rahu, that wherever Rahu is sitting, there is a lot of materialistic desire and the desire to earn a lot, right? So everything is covered, right? It's perfect. It is quite evident that Rahu's in the 11th house and the Lord of the Rahu exalted, Rahu in the 3rd house in Gemini, and Mercury supporting Rahu in the 3rd house itself, or Mercury exalted. Why is still Rahu not able to achieve its desire? Here is the funda, guys. The connection of Saturn and Rahu is something which slows down Rahu, which delays Rahu, and I am about to explain this deep connection. So this will go in slight detail, so try to catch up with me, right? Don't miss out what I'm trying to say. So Saturn is placed in the 7th house in this horoscope, and Rahu is placed in the first case in the 11th house, right? So there is a concept in astrology. If you want to see the happiness of Rahu, then see the 4th house from Rahu. So how wealthy or how comfortable or what level of comforts Rahu will be able to achieve can be seen from the 2nd house, because it is 4th away from Rahu. 1, 2, 3, 4, right? Similarly, if you want to see how much Rahu will gain or how much fulfillment of desires, wishes and monetary gain is promised by Rahu, you have to see the 11th house from Rahu. So let's start counting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11, right? So depending on how strong the 9th house is, your Rahu will be able to achieve its desires, right? Now let us consider that the 9th house is also strong. For example, Sagittarius sign, even Jupiter is also exalted, but still Rahu is not achieving. Do you know why is that? It is because Saturn is aspecting the gain house of Rahu. So the 11th house from Rahu is the 9th house in this case, because Rahu is placed in the 11th house, and when you count 11 places it is the 9th house. But because Saturn is aspecting the 11th house with its 3rd aspect, so Saturn is blocking the gain of Rahu, blocking the desire of Rahu, blocking the materialistic ambition of Rahu, because the fulfillment of desires and the gain of Rahu can be seen from the 11th house from Rahu, and Saturn is doing the honors of blocking the 11th house from Rahu with its 3rd aspect. Similarly, in this classic case, Rahu is placed in the 3rd house in Gemini, it is exalted, right? And how will we see the gain of Rahu? We will use the same formula. Count 11 places. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So the first house is the gain house of Rahu in this case. And can you see our dear friend Saturn is aspecting the first house with his 7th aspect. So because of this aspect of Saturn over the gain house of Rahu, the 11th house from Rahu, Rahu is getting blocked, guys. And this blockage will be there till the age of 35, guys. Yes, 35. So even though you have a well-placed Rahu, Rahu is exalted, or the Lord of the Rahu is exalted, supporting Rahu, blah, 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 so many promises, so many aspirations from your horoscope. But if the gain house from Rahu, that is the 11th house from Rahu, is aspected by Saturn, then Saturn will inject its energy into that particular house, and wherever Saturn is either posited or aspecting, there will be delay, there will be frustration, there will be limitation, there will be anxiety, fear, boundaries, etc., etc., etc. So this is the funda, guys. Well placed Rahu, Rahu in Kendra, Rahu exalted, Lord of the Rahu exalted, Lord of the Rahu in Kendra, Lord of the Rahu is with Rahu, but still no results coming out from Rahu, because the gain house of the Rahu is blocked by our dear friend Saturn. So this is not only limited to aspect of Saturn, it is also limited to the placement of Saturn. For example, if Saturn was placed here in the 9th house, right, then also till the age of 35 your Rahu wouldn't be able to achieve its desire, materialistic desires, because Saturn is blocking the 11th house or the 11th angle from Rahu. Similarly, in this case, if Saturn was in the ascendant itself, the 1st house, then also the gain house of Rahu is blocked. So the high volume, out of proportion expansion of Rahu is blocked here. So take out your horoscope and start calculating and start doing the mathematics and try to find out if Saturn is either placed in the 11th house from Rahu or aspecting the 11th house from Rahu, in that case, please don't give up hope, because after 35 you can take off, guys. And Rahu matures after 42, so sure shot you will be able to achieve your desires. So I hope this video has given you a different perspective about astrology. I hope I live up to your expectation and the hype which I made at the beginning of this video. So that's it for today, guys. I love you all. And this is Purab signing off from Purab's Astrology. Take care of yourself. Adios. Jai Hind. Jai Bharat.